Meeting of the Comraderies, 2021. The story of how I met Bhavook, Sanjhna and Rishab began after the echoes of the COVID lockdowns had started to fade. A lingering desire to visit the Isha ashram and delve into the realms of Sadhana fueled my journey. The goal was clear in my mind: to reach an extreme state of body and mind where I could transcend the boundaries of my physical self at will. The pandemic served as a stark reminder of life's brevity, prompting a reevaluation of what truly mattered for survival. As I walked towards the edge of life and death, seeking the extremes, the wisdom of an old man caught my attention. His words resonated with the thoughts that had been brewing in my mind. The acceptance to engage in sadhana or kriya practices came naturally as I found alignment between the old man's wisdom and my own yearnings. My attempts to share these thoughts with others in the past had often been misunderstood and dismissed as foolish, but now I felt a sense of validation. My journey to the Isha ashram commenced on December 5, 2020. The world outside had transformed due to the pandemic. Railway stations were empty, train bogies sparsely occupied, and only a handful of travelers ventured out. Interestingly, despite the emptiness, online reservations always displayed waiting lists. In 2021, having traveled multiple times, the train staff began recognizing me, making the journey more comfortable. They shared valuable insights on where to find good food, considering that the pantry wasn't operational and meals were loaded from stations to accommodate the sparse passengers. The journey, both inward and outward, unfolded against the backdrop of a world adapting to the new realities of pandemic life. The journey of Mahashivratri in 2021 unfolded as I traveled from Pune to Coimbatore. The adventure commenced at an unconventional 1:40 a.m. from Pune, a time that might seem ridiculous to some but was the only viable option. The train was scheduled to reach its destination early the next morning, providing a unique perspective on travel. Given my inclination for early mornings, I preferred to secure a side aisle seat. Being 6'2", the berths weren't the most comfortable, and with a 4-hour sleep routine, sitting through the journey suited me better than trying to get comfortable on the berths. I marveled at the idea of those who could sleep for extended periods. For me, 4 hours was sufficient, and it worked well. Throughout the journey, I chose to remain in my own space, often sitting quietly and observing fellow travelers. In the same bogie, a group of young enthusiasts caught my attention. Their excitement was palpable as they eagerly anticipated reaching the ashram for the Mahashivratri event. The train became a vessel carrying nearly 80% of the event attendees, creating an environment where some engaged in lively conversations, while others hesitated to speak up. As a solo traveler immersed in my own thoughts, I found solace in being less bothered and less engaged, observing the vibrant mix of personalities with a quiet smile. During this period of my life, I hadn't embraced the journey of growing out my hair or beard. I was a clean slate, yet my attire underwent a shift. Sporting the dhoti I purchased from Isha, I stood out in the crowd. The garment not only brought comfort but also warmth, and its longevity made it a cherished part of my wardrobe. As I arrived at the Coimbatore station, everyone dispersed, each on their own path. Wearing the distinctive dhoti, I made my way to the bus stop, contemplating how to reach the ashram and find accommodation, given the lack of clear information on the process. Opting to stay near the railway station, my plan was to take a bus to the ashram. The ashram was situated around 35 km to 45 km away from the station, and the journey took approximately an hour, be it by car or bus. Cars had a slight advantage in terms of speed, as buses made frequent stops along the way, causing delays. Over time, the scenario evolved, and direct non-stop buses, provided by the Coimbatore Municipal, started operating between the station and Isha. This convenient option came at the cost of a bus ticket, which was initially rupees 39. The ease of direct transportation streamlined the journey to the ashram, marking a positive change in the logistics of reaching this sacred destination. In the present day, the bus ticket cost to Isha has seen a slight increase, now standing at rupees 49. Interestingly, the ticket prices are set in such odd numbers that change becomes a hassle, often leading passengers to forego those few rupees. While this might seem like a minor inconvenience, collectively, it allows the bus conductors to pocket a significant sum. Arriving at Isha and embarking on a journey within the ashram, I found myself meandering from Adiyogi to Dhyanalinga and Devi. The spiritual immersion continued with a refreshing dip into Suryakund, a sacred pool within the ashram premises. For sustenance, a visit to Peppervine, a restaurant nestled inside the ashram, was on the agenda. The eatery offered more than just a meal. It provided an experience. The coffee at Peppervine is nothing short of love in a cup, and even the tea holds a special charm. What makes these beverages exceptional is the fact that the milk comes from cows raised on organic feed. These cows roam freely around the ashram, receiving proper care and attention. In these simple yet profound experiences, every moment at Isha unfolds as a journey of self-discovery and connection with the divine. The ashram's commitment to sustainable practices, from the organic milk to the spiritual practices, creates an atmosphere that resonates with seekers from all walks of life. Being at the Mahashivratri event was an experience like no other. As the night unfolded, we were instructed to sit, and everyone eagerly positioned themselves closest to the ramp. The anticipation was palpable, everyone eager to witness the old man's captivating walk and dance on the ramp. The night commenced with soulful singers presenting new songs, all dedicated to Lord Shiva. The atmosphere was charged with joy as the night belonged to Shiva, and we were all encouraged to stay awake and revel in the celebration. By midnight, some locals decided to call it a night and headed home, feeling tired. Yet the crowd remained substantial, around 2 lakh strong. Entertainment continued seamlessly from evening 6 p.m. to morning 6 a.m., an experience completely new to me. I observed the vast sea of people, each immersed in the festivities. Midnight brought an enchanting session with Sadhguru, leading us in chanting and various kriyas. In between he spoke, adding to the vibrant energy that permeated the gathering. The crowd danced, rejoiced, and surrendered to the spiritual celebration. As the night deepened, a chill set in, and the wind began to blow. People huddled together near bright lights and fires, wrapped in shawls and hoodies to stay warm. Those who danced and sweated continued stomping to ward off the cold. The night was young, and true to the old man's promise. The revelry continued with everyone enjoying and having a great time.